Good afternoon and welcome to WeFM's 3 p.m. news. I am your presenter, Rajiv Providence. First, on the local scene, St. Vincent and the Grenadines has welcomed a delegation from the Royal Botanic Gardens Kew as part of celebrations marking the 260th anniversary of the St. Vincent Botanical Gardens, the oldest in the Western Hemisphere. At a ceremony at Argyle International Airport, Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Tourism Dr. Tamira Brown said the partnership will strengthen conservation efforts, enhance staff skills, and ensure the gardens remain a source of national pride. Officials, including Chairman of the National Parks Authority Gideon Nash and resident British Commissioner Geoffrey Patton, highlighted the importance of the long-standing partnership with Kew in protecting biodiversity such as the St. Vincent parrot and in advancing scientific research. The 10-day visit includes workshops, site visits, and training sessions designed to boost local expertise in botanical conservation and education. Police have arrested and charged 33-year-old Khalik Nash of Prospect with wounding following a July 8th incident in Kingstown. Investigations revealed that Nash, a vector control inspector, allegedly cut a 24-year-old server of French's to the left side of his abdomen with a knife. Nash appeared before the Bayabu Magistrate Court on August 27th, where he pleaded not guilty. He was granted bail in the sum of $2,000 with one surety. The matter has been adjourned and transferred to the Kingstown Magistrate Court for trial on September 16th. Still on the local scene, as the new academic year approaches, teachers and education officials across St. Vincent and the Grenadines are in preparation mode. This week, mathematics teachers engaged in a maths enhancement training program at the UWI Global Campus, led by consultants from Jamaica, Dr. Joan Hernandez and Dr. Lois George. The workshop, which opened on Monday, aimed to strengthen teaching strategies and classroom delivery. At the same time, literacy educators from several secondary schools have completed a 2-day workshop focused on improving outcomes for struggling readers. The training introduced the differentiated, multisensory, and technology-driven approaches, along with hands-on use of a new remedial reading toolkit. Meanwhile, principals, head teachers, and ministry officials gathered at the Methodist Church Hall for the first administrative meeting of the new school year. The Ministry of Education says these sessions are part of its broader effort to boost literacy, numeracy, and overall school readiness as students return to classrooms next week. On to news in the region. The Embassy of Antigua and Barbuda has announced that Sir Ronald Sanders, ambassador to the United States, has been awarded the Order of Merit of Ukraine by President Volodymyr Zelensky. The honor recognizes Sir Ronald's insignificant contributions to strengthening international cooperation and supporting Ukraine's sovereignty and territorial integrity. The award will be formally presented at a ceremony in Washington, D.C. in September. Sir Ronald, who has championed Ukraine's cause in international forums and through his syndicated writings, described the recognition as an honor not just for himself, but for the government of Antigua and Barbuda. The St. Lucia Hospitality and Tourism Association is calling on lawmakers to strengthen the draft Electricity Act, saying current proposals fall short of the island's climate goals and could hinder private investment in clean energy. SLHTA CEO Nurani Aziz said the hospitality sector, a major employer and a foreign exchange earner, is ready to lead in renewable adoption, but needs legislation that supports rooftop solar, battery storage, smart grid technology, and electric vehicle infrastructure. The draft bill aims to open electricity generation to independent producers while keeping the national grid under loose-leg control, but lacks binding renewable targets and flexible rules for businesses. Aziz emphasized that a modern Electricity Act would reduce operating costs, improve resilience, and help meet sustainability expectations for international visitors. The bill's second reading was deferred last week to allow more stakeholder review. Finally, on the international scene, the British government has won a Court of Appeal ruling allowing asylum seekers to remain housed in the Bell Hotel in Epping, Essex, despite protests sparked by a resident being charged with sexual assault. The decision overturns a lower court injunction that would have forced evictions and could ease immediate pressure on the country's asylum accommodation system, which currently houses over 32,000 migrants in more than 200 hotels nationwide. Critics, including opposition politicians and far-right groups, argue the ruling prioritizes asylum seekers' rights over local safety, while pro-migrant advocates warn that political actors are exploiting the situation to inflame tensions. Authorities stress that the ruling allows hotels to operate in a controlled, orderly manner, avoiding the chaos of widespread closures and ensuring legal obligations under human rights law are met. Protests in Epping continue, with further demonstrations planned this weekend. This has been WeFM's 3 p.m. News. I have been your presenter, Rajiv Providence. Join us again at 5:30 for WeFM's Evening News, and we thank you for listening.